It's election day in many communities across Maine. In the town of Lisbon, hundreds are heading to the polls to have their say on the upcoming school budget. Now, it's a charged topic because some people are concerned about the financial deficit the town is already facing. Caroline LaCour shows us why, despite some creative proposals, some people say the damage is already done.
I have loved Lisbon. I've come to love Lisbon.
Homeowner Charlie Turgan says he's seen the town of Lisbon grow in the years since he bought his home over a decade ago. At the same time, he says increases in municipal spending have been a rising concern.
There's a lot of things that Lisbon has to maintain the status quo, but we don't necessarily have the tax base to support that at all times.
Now, spending concerns are coming to a head in this year's budget cycle as town leaders look to even out town finances. Chris Camary is a council member for Lisbon.
I will say that this budget year has been very difficult for the town of Lisbon. We have kind of a perfect storm of different factors that we're all coming together at the same time that we're working through.
One of those factors involves an accounting error in last year's budget cycle when some revenue was counted twice and departments were under budgeted. As a result, Camary says this year's budget is essentially catching up on 2 years worth of tax increases all at once.
That's a big pill to swallow for a lot of people, but anything we can do to try and ease that burden just a little bit, make it a little easier to get to, is what we're trying to do.
Camary says what could have been as much as a 45% tax increase is now looking like a 10% hike, but town leaders are struggling to come up with the money to ease the burden on taxpayers after tapping into rainy day funds in previous years.
So that really creates a budget cliff that's not sustainable for the town. So ultimately, this budget kind of stops everything and says, hey, we need to level set.
Certain budget items are now on the chopping block, with plans to cut back on library resources and a freeze on municipal hiring for certain positions.
To be honest, I'm a proud local taxpayer.
As a new mom, resident Emily Rotundo says cuts to public services like the library will be a big shakeup for her family.
I've met so many moms and parents there. All the librarians know my son's name. I mean, we'll have to find someplace else to go. We'll use the library for as much as it's open.
After recent budget decisions, Turgeon and others are now petitioning to allow residents to vote on the town budget, a vote usually reserved for town councilors.
I think we do need to talk about whether or not our model is the model for the next 20 years.
City councilors are set to finalize the town budget by June 24th. In Lisbon, Caroline LaCour, News Center, Maine.
Charlie Turgan, who you heard from at the end, is still gathering signatures for the petition to present to the town for November's ballot.